And that what a great unintended experiment, right? You got your field next to his field. His field is getting decimated. And your field is
perfectly fine. And so I said to myself, and of course, my first question is, why aren't any of the people at the higher learning institutions, why don't they know this? And if they don't know it, why aren't they open to knowing it? So I go to Fresno State and I says, here's what happened. And I had one lowly professor, Dr. And I told him what happened, that nutritionally I solved the problem of an insect, not between having good bugs and bad bugs, that nutritionally it induced systemic resistance so that the insect wouldn't be there. And he says, well, I've never seen that before. He says, you know what? Come to think of it, now I have seen that before. The places over in Kerman have high limestone in the soil, and they don't have any Pacific spider mites. I was always wondering why they don't have any Pacific spider mites. And so we started piecing this thing together nutritionally from the soil. And all of a sudden, then it became this learning experience of trying to understand, then it was, humates and seaweed and all these other things that nobody was using. And so I put them on the plant, and the plant just loved everything that we were doing to it. We had no insect problems to speak of.
mm-hmm.
I mean, we had a little bit of touch here and there, but it was nothing that we had to go ahead and spray the heck out of everything and, do these things. But in the beginning, it was a learning process. I did the first 2-3 years, did have to spray some stuff just because I didn't have the ratios right of doing this and that. And once I started getting these ratios correct in the soil, all of a sudden the insect problems virtually disappeared. So now all of a sudden we're farming organically, and nobody's farming organically. They didn't know what the word even meant.
And they weren't marketing the word organic, right?
No, not at all. And so we became a pioneer in being the first organic farmer in San Joaquin Valley, became a pioneer of trying to sell produce to the produce people organically.